13-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports.
On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Stafford now to throw.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
They'll run for it with Akers.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And now Stafford's going to move him around.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. Now they nab the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? His assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
They'll run a draw now with Akers.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A good comeback there after the penalty. 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford.
Rolling to his right. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
This is 2nd and 8.
In motion right is Robinson.
A give up the middle to Akers.
Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Evans running behind center.
Pushes way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now 2nd and 5.
Now Stafford.
Complete. Jefferson to target.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. To throw is Stafford.
Akers back-to-back catches.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut. Move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Akers is going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
No touchdowns for them in the first half, but their defense kept them in this ball game. So now maybe this can loosen them up a little because they played tight so far, and they get right back in it with a touchdown run.
The Stafford and that Rams offense, they're going to stay out there and go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 6.
Operating from the gun. Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
on 1st and 10. Watson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way.
So what a turnaround to begin this second half. A touchdown and then the fumble recovery in quick succession.
It certainly feels like whatever was said at the half, it certainly struck the right chord because they've come out with a lot more fire here in this third quarter. Down 2 scores at the half. Now they're right back in this thing with a chance to capitalize right here.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
Here's Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers.
And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
And the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns.
Now, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 14-yard line.
He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Looking left side, and it's complete. Before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb.
And he'll work down inside the 45. Now on the tackle, it was Rush East.
3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4.
Second down and 8.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, 44 yards.
And the Browns will add to their fourth quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Rams ready to go on offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
And they'll begin on the ground here with Evans.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. That'll be caught by Cup. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down.
And Kupp going to pick up a Rams first down as he'll get this up to midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Evans.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Credit Zadarius Smith, able to get through and make that tackle for a loss.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Stafford.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
And some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Straight ahead, it's Evans. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's going to be a 19-yard loss on the... The Cleveland... offense ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Browns on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute.
The LA offense ready for this next possession. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing is Stafford. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Now it's Stafford.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go on fourth. Stafford.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. And when do they start thinking about burning these time? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Throwing on third down, Watson.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10
at their own 24. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now.
Again, it's Stafford. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down.
Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5.
They snap it to Stafford.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10.
Now Stafford. That his throw is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And this is incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10.
Stafford.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line.
Charles, the change that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Well, they need to score, and score quick. 1 time remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game.
So it's a win here for the Cleveland Browns, and it's thanks in large part to the play of their quarterback, Charles. That's one Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a steady influence back there. He had a couple of touchdown passes on the afternoon. His guys rallied around him, and they're going to come away victorious.